What do you say to taking chances? Hey, it's Ahsante. So a while ago, I did a no-cut confessional, which you can check out in the Eye of the Tiger if you want. And in it, I was expressing frustration at not being where I wanted to be, especially in terms of productivity and personal development. And I got one comment, and it was a thoughtful comment, but part of it was, well, you've got all these goals, but you've been moving all over the place. What is your plan? Do you even have one? Well, first, excuse me. And second, my answer is that I rebuke the idea that you need to have a plan at all. So while I do have goals, no, I don't have a concrete plan, and here's why. I'm not gonna say, sounds like a great gig, but I'm not going to take this opportunity to advance my career because I had planned to stick at this gig for 2 years and I have to stay with my plan. If a great job comes my way that in the moment feels like a better option, I'm going to move. I'm not going to say, well, it looks like I found the perfect place to live, but it doesn't open up for another month, so let me settle for something mediocre. I'm going to figure it out, and in that case, I got a sublet for a month until the place I wanted was open. In order to make progress, you have to be open to change. Your life can improve if everything stays the same. And I found that some of the best opportunities are things that you can't be certain of or can't see coming. Going to Harvard, you can be sure, was not a part of my plan. As I mentioned in my How I Got Into Harvard video, I applied on a whim, and then lo and behold, I got in. And even after I got in, I was so sure that I was going to go to Howard University because that had been the plan for 18 years. My parents bred me to go to Howard. Bison for life. HU. It was really hard for me to break with my planned, familiar, expected situation, which I had actually been looking forward to. But in the end, I went for the unknown. I took a risk, and it paid off. Job opportunities can be just as unexpected. Maybe your friend just happens to hear of something, or you have an old acquaintance that gets in touch because they have an opening. During college, I could have never predicted that I would work at IDEO, WGBH at Arthur, and PBS within 2 years of graduating. Those are all amazing opportunities, and they all came up by chance. And they all required moving, which meant switching up my plan to stay with something that I knew in a place that I was comfortable with and could see myself down the road and move into new territory. And then there are all these things beyond your control. Maybe your landlord decides to sell the place and you get kicked out. Maybe you get fired from your job. Maybe someone who you love dies. If I were to bother to make a plan, it would always be changing based on ever-changing circumstances. The only thing constant is change. And you can change as a person. What you want out of life might change. What I was thinking about 5 years ago, my younger self was into that. My current self is not. I love architecture, but I no longer have any desire to be a professional architect. You can't really predict the future, so there's a limit on how much you can plan for it. Here's what I do instead when I'm thinking about how I'm trying to reach my goals. I have certain morals, a certain vision for how I want to live, a certain mission that I want to achieve with the work that I do, and then I make decisions based on those morals, mission, and vision. That's pretty much it. As opposed to having a narrow focus and saying, I want to direct feature films, what is that path? How do I get from here to there? Let me follow that plan. I have my mission, which is to create media that educates and entertains and inspires and gets people to think about the world a little differently. And there are multiple ways of doing that. I love film and video. I also have a background in fine art and I'm interested in illustration and performance. I would also love to ultimately do some creative direction. I'm always keeping an eye out for cool opportunities, and I'm listening and learning from people who have done really great things to see what they've done on their paths. This way, using my morals, mission, and vision, I can make decisions as opportunities arise. Maybe I don't have the opportunity to direct a feature film, but I do have the opportunity to get into public media, which has the same mission that I do, so when I saw that opportunity, I jumped at it, and it's been great. I can be flexible and open without trying to predict the future, because predicting the future is stressful. I mean, we all saw how Raven got. At this point in my life, there are not endless, but still lots of possibilities. And because I've made decisions based on my morals, mission, and vision, I'm at a place career-wise and physically, now that I'm in this new apartment, where I'm really happy and I think I can stay. Please no more moving, please. So right now, mainly I want stability and time to work on my skills and my knowledge, my craft, my practice, this YouTube channel, so that if an interesting opportunity arises, I'm in the position where I can take advantage of it. I want to be more focused on having a great life than on having my life go to plan. In the comments, let me know if you're a follow the wind of opportunity person like I am, or if you do have a long-term plan that you have been following step by step. That would be interesting interesting to hear. And I passed my first goal on Patreon. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping to keep these videos going. My patrons' names are in the description, and to celebrate, I'm doing a Q&A where patrons will be the ones that get to ask questions. So if you sign up to support me over there in the next 2 or so weeks, you'll get to participate in that. You should like this video if you liked it, subscribe to see more, and subscribe to my email newsletter while you're at it. Get these goodies straight to your inbox, okay? As always, remember to live spiritedly and think creatively. What's making me happy? And I might do multiple videos a week going forward, so I'm gonna stop saying this week, but what's been making me happy lately is Nicole's video on what's been making her happy in indeterminate amount of time. She has some really fun suggestions, including a Hamilton Game of Thrones mashup, which really made me want to start watching Game of Thrones. I also liked the collab that Sam and Taylor did a while back, talking about hair and identity and everything that goes along with that, so I'll link both of those in the description. And my new apartment has been making me so happy, you guys. I finally arrived. This is it. This feels right. I can sense it. It's awesome. I feel so relieved and just my spirit is lifted. I don't have anxiety about where I'm living or about coming home to a hot mess. It's great. Well, I'm gonna go wherever the wind of opportunity blows me. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on Thursday. Consistency? What? Okay, we said it now. We gotta do it. Okay, let's see how this goes.